All right, welcome to the follow along for the basic workout 2. Just please make sure you watch the instructional videos before, because I'm not going so much into detail in this follow along. So this is first, and then you can do the follow along. Also note, I do it in my pace, let's say. Yeah, so it's quite back to back, like tuk 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 tuk. So it's really doesn't take more time than needed, the workout. If you feel you need more time, just press pause, or if you do less reps in the time that I do, you can also press pause, or you just do less reps and then build up to the speed that I'm going for. But I'm saying also several times, if it's a time frame, like 60 seconds, one exercise, that you don't have to do the same amount of reps that I do. But if it's like 30 reps this time, this thing, and you do less in the same time, no worries about it. Yeah, that's not so important at the moment. In the end, it's just numbers. So you try to build up to it, but do it in a relaxed way that is your pace, and that's okay for you. All right, have fun. Shoulder circles parallel backwards. We're doing 30 reps, and we're going into different positions of the arms in space. Yeah, so you change continuously, doing lots of micro variations. Okay, let's go. I will tell you every 10. Ten. 20. 30. Now we're going forward. Also 30 reps, also micro variations. 'Full range of motion. 10. 20. 30. Now we are going one side forward and the other side backwards, and we are doing 20 reps in each direction. Okay? Again, micro variations. Ten. 20. Change direction. 15. 20. Okay, now we are raising and lowering the arms. You keep the chest still yeah, so you're not moving in the spine, it's just in the arms. And also try to keep the shoulder blades down. Yeah, if you really lack the range of motion, you can lift them a bit, but eventually you want to keep the shoulder blades not moving up. Okay, so we do 30 reps, I will tell you every 10. But you can do your speed, yeah? If you feel like you want to do slower, then just do slower. You can pause the video or you can do a few less reps, so 1. Ten. 20. $30. Arm rotations, 1 forward, 1 backward. So counter arm rotations. We do 20 reps. Go to the top and start with 1 forward, 1 backwards, 20 each direction. There's a tiny bit of movement in the chest, but not much. You can do it with more stillness, you can do it with more moving. I'm doing a tiny bit like let's say an in-between version where I move a bit the chest. The shoulders, I keep them also down. It's not forcefully now, but they're definitely not raising much up. We'll tell you every 10, we're now at 6. Ten. $20, change direction. 10. All right. Now we are going to the stance. So 3 minutes. Hip in between hip and shoulder width. Yeah. It's like I'm sitting on a high chair. Boom. My pelvis is fallen down like this. Lower back comes a tiny bit out. Chest is empty, but I'm upright. It's like someone is pulling me up here at the top of my head. So the vertebrae have space in between each other, but I'm in this ready position with the knees unlocked, where I'm ready to move from here, but I stay there. Yeah, and I feel very connected, very integrated from my toes into my fingers, into my head, creating this connection with this connected stance where I lean a bit into the tissue here. And I just stay for 3 minutes in that position. Shoulders are down, obviously. The chin is also a bit down, not here, but empty chest, yeah, but not like this, just modest, not sluggish. Weight is 50-50, also back and front, 50-50 with the weight. Rotational arm swing. You stay in the same position, in the stance, rotating the pelvis from one side to the other. Keep the knee facing forward, the knees, don't buckle them in. Yeah, just keep them in line with the toes while rotating the pelvis. Soft hips. And from the pelvis, the movement is translated into the spine, and from the spine into the shoulders. And this is throwing the arms from one side to the other side, arms crashing from one hip to the other hip. You can rotate the head with, like I'm just doing, or you can keep the head facing forward. It's both valid variations. Just stay very relaxed in the shoulders when you do it. Imagine you're doing this for a very long time. If you feel you can do this because the shoulders are very relaxed, then you're doing it well. Back and forth swing. Notice the mechanics with the hip. And when I'm going back, the hip is also going back, the pelvis. When I'm going forward, the pelvis is also going forward. It's really like a jump. Like if you would jump forward, you would use exactly the same mechanics. So when I swing back, I also rock a bit on my heel. And when I go forward, I go to the full foot, to the flat foot. So again, the movement is traveling from the pelvis through the spine into the shoulders, but it's also traveling back from the moving from the swinging arms into the rest of the body. Yeah, and it helps each other when I just keep this motion alive. The arms are recoiling from the back position. Yeah, they're loaded there, they're stretched, and they recoil back forward. And it's also, again, something done very, very relaxed. You should have the feeling that you can do this for ever, for a long time. Without stopping. And then you are doing it well when you have the feeling you could do this now for 30 minutes instead of just 3. This is what you're searching for, this relaxation. This is how can you be smart in creating this arm swing. Okay, sitting, if you have, you can use a mat. You could also do it on the floor, but yeah, if you have something softer, then use it, especially in the beginning, but later you might want to do it on purpose on the hard floor. Just there's no need to start with this. I'm going to the front fold. And from here, I'm going into the squat and I'm going up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm sitting down into the shin box, and from here I'm bringing the leg to the front into the tailor pose. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, going into the straddle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch the leg that is in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend figure 4 into half open seiza. You can use the hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the squat. Touching the knee to the floor, gentle touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, side to side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay, we're at the wall for the frontal waves on the wall. 2 variations. First one is 10 minutes. Start with the whole spine on the wall. The only thing that's not touching is the cervical spine for anatomical reasons. But try to tuck the chin down. Okay, and from there we go vertebra by vertebra. Let's go. So I'm going 1 vertebra at a time, and I'm going really slow in the beginning, trying to now put my neck there to the wall, touching for a moment until I go further down and the neck cannot touch anymore. But really take your time in the beginning. It's not about doing so many reps now. It's more in the beginning about getting a feeling for what's happening, and then slowly you can increase the speed and through the increase of the speed soften the spine more and more. And it makes also sense to visit the slowness back even when you're already a bit more proficient, and then to visit different speeds. to your speed. You don't have to copy me. Just what feels right for you at the moment. One vertebra at a time. Make sure you stay with your awareness at the exercise. Okay, second one is we only have always one spot on the wall, so we're going for 5 minutes. Always just one vertebra, or at as little vertebrae as possible. It's not always possible to just have one. And going to the back of the head and back down, head lifts off, in contrary to the variation before. And I'm back at the pelvis. I'm going to anterior tilt for a moment and then posteriorly tilt again and rolling up the wall until I'm at the back of my head, and then back down vertebra by vertebra. Always just one spot touching. Do your speed, you don't have to copy mine. You have time. Do your speed, do it slow in the beginning. With time you can go more quick. Anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis while lying down on the chest. Then I will stand up. We will do retraction and protraction in the shoulder blades. We will do back to back, 2 sets without rest. Okay, 1 minute each. Let's go. Put your head down and anteriorly and posteriorly tilt the pelvis back and forth so that the lower back is coming up away from the floor. You don't really have to put a lot of muscular effort in it. It's more about the coordination. There is a bit of muscular effort, but you don't have to be super tensed while doing this. And always relax yourself back into the floor and anterior tilt a bit more even, and then back into posterior tilt. Stand up, arms in front. Retraction, protraction of the shoulder blades. Retraction, protraction of the shoulder blades. Bring them far apart and then together. Far apart and then together. Shoulder blades stay down, away from the ears. Put them together so they touch and away from each other. Putting the shoulder blades together and away from each other. Just the shoulder blades gliding on the rib cage while the shoulders stay down, they don't move up. And back down. Anterior and posterior tilt. And go up. Retraction, protraction of the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades down. After this set, we will go back to the floor and we will hold the posterior tilt with the glutes tight for 60 seconds and with a 60-second break in between, 2 times as well. Continue to move, shoulder blades from protraction to retraction. And like I said, down, posterior tilt, glutes tight. 60-second rest. Get ready. And we go again. Glutes tight. All right, last part of the workout, we do the rowing position and the push-up position. Let's start with the push-up position. There's 30 seconds to 60 seconds is written in the workout. I will do the 60 seconds and then there's always 60 seconds rest in between. You can do a rest in different sitting positions. I will do it in the squat or in the sesa, yeah, but you can choose whatever position you want to use. So let's go push-up position with protraction, with posterior pelvic tilt, glutes tight and deep press shoulder blades. All right. Rest. Ready? Retraction, depression. Shoulder blades together. Rest. That was the first set out of 3. Get ready and go. Rest. Get ready. Rest. Ready for the last set. rest. Get ready. Last thing. All right, that's it, we're done.